Hi, welcome to the practice questions on how to be able to solve linear equations. This is part one out of two of these practice questions. What I'd like you to do now is pause the video and have a go at the questions. Then when you're happy with your answers, then restart the video and look through the model answers and see if you've made any mistakes. So pause the video now and have a go at the three questions. Okay, welcome back. Let's go through them now. Question one. First question is simple equation. It's got two operations we need to carry out here. First one, we start off, remember that the equals is where the middle of the equation is. So we want to start off with this number term because we've got numbers on both sides. The idea is to end up with the x's on one side and the number on the other side. So we want to get rid of this 3. So what we do is we take 3 away from that side. But if we take 3 away from one side, we must do exactly the same to the other. So we need to take 3 off the other side as well. Write out what you're left with after you've done that. So we've now got 2x, the 3 is no longer there, and if you do 21 take away 3, we end up with 18. Then we've done the first part, we now need to get rid of this 2 here. Basically, we're doing 2 times x to give 18. When we had an addition there, we did the opposite to that, which was subtraction. The opposite to times or multiply is division. So what we need to do is divide this by 2. Note I'm using this line underneath to show divide rather than the division sign, because this is what we often see in algebra. If I've divided this side by 2, I must also divide the other side by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we're left with 1x. In algebra we don't need to write the 1, so we just write x. And 18 divided by 2 leaves us with 9. X equals 9. Question 2. Okay, same type of question, although we've got a negative number here. So to get the negative number back to 0, we have to add 5 to both sides. So if we add 5 to there and add 5 to there, we've now left with 8x, but the 5 now has disappeared, so 8x equals 27, add 5 gives me 32. Now to get rid of the 8, just like we did in the first one, we're going to divide this side by 8. 8 divided by 8 gives us 1x. Whatever I do to this side, I must do exactly the same to the other side. So I'm left with x equals 32 divided by 8 gives me 4. And finally, question 3. This time, we've got this fraction part this side. The whole of the top line is divided by 2. So to get rid of this 2, what we need to do is we need to multiply both sides by 2. Because we're dividing here, so by multiplying that's going to get rid of the 2, but whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. So multiply both sides by 2. That leaves us with 3x plus 6. 2 times 18 is 36. First step done. Now we're just in the position of what we were here. Exactly the same procedure. So now take the 6 away. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side as well. So I'm left now with just 3x on this side. And I'm left with 30 on this side. Finally, to get rid of this 3, I divide by 3. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. 3 divided by 3 just leaves me with x, and 30 divided by 3 leaves me with 10.